detectors. Okay, here's our replacement maintenance kit for our H10 leak detectors. Part number 3015-078. In the kit, you're going to get a new reference bottle. It comes with a warning label because it is an inhalation hazard. Just a heads up. You're going to get some new balls to make sure your vacuum pump in your leak detector is working. You're going to get some new filters and some rubber end caps. And there's even instructions. Inside the kit is your MSDS for your reference leak bottle. They're using R11 for the reference leak check. You could get this on your truck with your MSD if that's your company policy, but it is a complete MSDS list for the reference bottle. So you probably want to keep that. All right, we're going to do a little maintenance on the H10s. This is my H10 PM. I don't have the Pro model. I have what was before the Pro model was the PM. And I have my old electric version, which was made by Mars. And we can get into these today. This one I purchased in 2003, and I can't remember the purchase date of the PM, the battery one, and now this one has turned into the H10 Pro model. So we're gonna go over a little maintenance on these today. The reference bottle in this guy here is empty. As you see, it'll evaporate and wear out over time. So we get a new reference bottle, we get some new filters. I have down the 2 filters on the electric guy and the balls in there, and you'll see the electric one I hadn't been used a lot, but look, on both of my leak detectors, the little rubber cap end is gone. This one still has the ball in it. I don't know if I have the ball in this one. Nope, no ball in this guy. It needs to be cleaned up. Filter's dirty as heck. See that there? And the rubber tip is missing. So it was time to do some maintenance on these. The heaters on these in here are located right here, if I could get it with one hand. That is your sensor. I call it the heater. They heat up and get real hot. Those are replaceable too. You can purchase those. This is the sensitivity pre-adjustment right here for your heater adjustment sensitivity. And then this is the secondary adjustment on the electric versions. I don't even know if you can get these anymore. This is some old tech, but it was down here at the bottom. That was that adjustment, and then you're going to do the readjustment up here on the top. And the one thing that's great about these leak detectors is the longevity. These things last, and they work. So found this interesting. As per the literature on here, if you're wondering what the sensitivity was on the different settings, so if you had a moving probe with, you can see it's more sensitive for R12, but R134A on small, it was down to half an ounce per year, medium 1 ounce, large 5 ounce per year. And then if you had this, if your probe was stationary, you would go 134A down to 0.1 ounce per year. And on R12 was 0.05. Really sensitive when they had the chlorine atom in the refrigerants. But even for 134A for a HFC, that's really good. 0.1. Not sure what it is on these, but I had purchased a sensor for this one at one time, and the part number from Bacharach for the replacement sensor was 3015-0486, and it does have the instructions on how to adjust it. We can go over that too as we're doing tune-ups, and it's in black and white, and hopefully it'll give people a little more understanding of these leak detectors. All right, to take your unit apart, I'm going to pull the filter out, and I'll zoom in on this and show you how dirty my filter was. Man, it was bad. The top cap comes off. You get a Q-tip and you can clean out all of this as much as you can. And we're going to install a new filter, and then the new end cap, and then our reference ball. I call it the reference ball. I don't know the correct terminology of it. When you see my old filter, you guys are going to crack up how dirty it was. The filter comes in on this side. And now that I got some replacement the little rubber ends will save your leak detector, trust me. Especially so you don't suck up water and stuff. Look, this one's got a filter stuck in it. Get that out of there. And then there it is, the filter end. And then you just drop one of these little red balls in there. And that's to prove that your vacuum pump, the red balls to make sure that the vacuum pump in your leak detector is working. Just drop the ball in there, and it's sitting down in there. Then this just slides right back on your leak detector. And there it is for that. Pretty quick, pretty easy, just to do that part of the maintenance. Then we're going to go over calibrating the sensors on both units. It's actually the same process on both units. It's just that the heater adjustment on this one is up here, and on the old schools, it's on the bottom underneath, as shown in this picture right here, which is underneath the leak detector here. And we'll go over it all. So there's the filter I had in my H-10 PM. Look how dirty that thing is. Jeez, NorCal Dave, get it together, bro. It was still working, but man, really got to stay on top of this stuff to get optimal performance. But it was still working great, as you've seen in all my videos. I probably haven't changed that filter in years. That's how great these leak detectors are. Here's some information a bunch of you were probably waiting for. We'll start off at number 5. So using a screwdriver, turn the heater adjustment screw counterclockwise to about the 8 o'clock position. And that's right here on your leak detector. Most of you are going to be doing it on this Pro style unit. Down inside here, there's an arrow on that adjustment screw, and you're going to turn it counterclockwise, that way, counterclockwise to the 8 o'clock position. Okay? Then you're going to set the leak detector position to the small size right here. You're going to set that dude to small. You're going to set the manual auto switch to auto, which I never run it on auto. And you're going to power on the unit for 3 to 5 minutes before proceeding. And that's going to let your sensor in here, which I always call the heater, where you're going to let that sensor get nice and hot. Okay? When stabilized, at 1 to 3 clicks per second, touch the top of the calibration reference bottle with the probe tip, then move it away. If the sensor's heater circuit is adjusted properly, the red low LED light will go out and green OK will be briefly lit. This indicates the sensor heat sensitivity is adjusted for optimum performance. If the red low LED light remains on when you touch the bottle, the sensor heater is too low and the heater adjustment should be turned slightly clockwise. If the red high LED comes on, the sensor heater is too high and the heater adjustment should be turned slightly counterclockwise. After each adjustment, allow the unit to stabilize for about 30 seconds and repeat steps 9 until the power green OK LED operation has been achieved. And it's a little bit different for the H10G, and we'll go over that after we do it on here. So we'll go over it together on this now that we've read it in black and white from Bacharach. We will perform that, and that's what these lights are here. You got your low LED, you got your OK, and your high. And that's all for your heater adjustment. That's between this screw right here. Okay. I'm going to turn on the leak detector. So you want it on, on small, in auto. You'll let it heat up for 3 to 5 minutes. We'll tune back in after she's heated up. Okay, she's warmed up, so I'm gonna touch the probe to the bottle, and I'm looking for green. Here we go. It's like 1 to 3 ticks a second. Let's see. Ooh, super close. See that? Between okay and high when I did that. Touch it. Move it away. Set a little bit sensitive. So I'm supposed to turn it back. Counterclockwise. Look at this new Calgon screwdriver I got with detachable Schrader. Okay, we're gonna go counterclockwise. We're gonna go just a hairball. Counterclockwise. Here we go. We're gonna touch it again. Oh, still a little high. Let that adjust for a second. All right, let's touch her. Ooh, that's looking better. Red to green. Let's try just a hairball softer. Probably went too far. Here we go. Oh, that looked good. She's nice and green right there. And that's your adjustment on these Pro models. Touch her. I'm right on the borderline there. Yeah. You want to get it right where it gets green. All right, let's go ahead and adjust the G model, which is a little different. There she is. Just like that, you're adjusted. Your heater is adjusted. Your heater adjustment right there. Auto, small. Let her heat up 3 to 5 minutes, and then get her adjusted. Start off at 8 o'clock. So you're going to spin it counterclockwise to the 8 o'clock position, and then make your adjustments accordingly to the lights. We'll go over it again real quick. If the red LED remains on when you touch the bottle, the sensor heater is too low. Your adjustment should be slightly clockwise. If the highlight comes on, your sensitivity is too high, you're going to adjust it counterclockwise. Trying to get it where you're at the green LED for your calibration. All right, now we're going to do the old schooler. See if we'll find out if she's still any good. Place your bets. Before we jump into the G model, let me read you this paragraph about how to know when your sensor is getting old or worn out. So as the sensor ages, the overall sensitivity and calibration of the H10G may be restored by gradually adjusting the heater adjustment clockwise until finally, with a fully aged sensor, the heater adjustment will be turned to the 2 o'clock indication. So if you have to adjust it all the way back to 2 o'clock on these old schoolers, your sensor's worn out. And it's the same on the Pro style models too. So if you end up at fully clockwise, adjusting it to get your light green when you test with your reference bottle, then you know your sensor is getting worn out. Okay, for the old school G models, if any of you are still using these old ones, it's a little bit different. So you're going to set the leak size to small. You're still going to let the heater warm up for 3 to 5 minutes. You adjust the balance control for 1 to 3 ticks a second. Then you're going to place the probe on the calibration reference bottle for a few seconds and move it away. So like 1, 2, then move. At this time, the neon lamp in the probe should flash rapidly and the audible pitch should increase noticeably and then back off from the saturated full-scale howl. The unit does not respond as described above. The sensor heat is set too low and the heater adjustment should be turned slightly clockwise. After each adjustment, wait 30 seconds. So on this one, we're going to start with the heater position in this 7 o'clock position. This was in the 8 o'clock position for a start on this little guy. This one will be at 7 o'clock. So let me set it. Yeah, these are 110 volts. You had to have a million feet of extension cord to plug these in back in the day. But let's let it warm up. We're going to turn it on and let it warm up. Look, Mars part number 25303. That's how old this dude is. Yeah, I got NorCal stickers on my stuff in case they go walking. You know how it is out there. So I'll tune back in after this heats up for 3 minutes. You can see the heater and the sensor in there warming up. So you get red and hot. You want it nice and warm. So 3 to 5 minutes of warm up. We're going to use the same reference ball that we just got. It's going to live in this unit, so I'm going to have it right here. Don't forget to put your sticker back on after you use it, or it'll all evaporate away. So on small, 1 to 2 seconds, see if it freaks out to know that our sensitivity is set. While that's heating up, you got your ball in there. The reason the ball's in there is to check your vacuum pump. See how it's moving? You can block it with your finger, let go, and the ball should bounce. And that's how you can check your vacuum pump. I don't know if I checked it on this one or not, but we can check it again on this one. Let's see. You can hear the sound difference. See the ball bounce up? That's why the ball is in there, to check your vacuum pump on your leak detector. I forgot to go over that part, so now we went over it. This is still warming up, and then we'll give it a check. A little bit different check on this one compared to this one, but I hope going over it, it has made sense for you guys and you guys get something good out of this. Okay, now she's warmed up. We want 1 to 3 ticks a second. Ooh, that's how old this dude is. They even sound funny. It sounds like 1980s, but I bought this in 03. One to 3 ticks a second. Put the tape right there. Now this one says, hold it for a couple seconds. 1001. Oh yeah. She's plenty sensitive. Let's do a tapper on it and see if it does anything. Tap. Oh yeah. This old timer here is still good. Isn't that something? Great leak detectors. So my heater is definitely, let's turn that off. Definitely sensitive enough. This one's calibrated now. We could pack up this guy because it's electric. This one we might as well have a battery charging party for after you get done adjusting it. You might as well charge up your batteries. I hope this video has helped. Help out NorCal Dave. Smash that like button for me. I've never had a video get to like 1,000 likes before. Let's see if we can make it happen on this video. If you watch this, it's free. Just go over there and click on the like button. Please leave a comment. It's always fun dialogue and read everyone's comments, so please feel free to leave a comment. Hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe.